And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders. This is FXFreedom. Back to work, everybody. We are back to work after the vacation. And this is Forex Trading Course 101, everybody. Yes, the layout changed a little bit. So remember, as always, trading is a learnable skill. When we learn in the correct way the three pillars. Pillar number 1 is the market, pillar number 2 is the strategy, and the big one, pillar number 3, is the trader. Talking about the trader more in the advanced course called Forex Course 202, everybody. And this is new, right? This layout. So Forex Course 101, it's a foundation course, and you are going to graduate from this course when, number 1, you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Number 2, you have your strategy in place and you understand why you win and why you lose. And number 3, you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction, right? Should I buy, should I sell, whatever, Euro, JPY, AUD, USD, so on and so on and so on. So we are going to graduate from this course, everybody, when 1, 2, 3, and we are trying to do this with these modules in here. So basic module, what is market structure, highs and lows and trends. Beginner module, trend line, support, resistance. And we are in the intermediate module and we are learning about the Fibonacci's. Okay, so if this is your first time, if you are new to the show, please go back to Dukascopy YouTube webinar page and start to watch lesson number 1, basic module, what is market structure. Moving forward, what do champion traders always say? Champion traders always say that I'm not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. And of course, this is a quote from Mark Douglas. And to remember, 90% of traders lose money in the forex market worldwide. Yes, still today. Risk disclaimer, the streams are not investment or trading advice. Either way, don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. And remember, traders, if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? Make sense? Just try. Oh, Freedom, I've been trading for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Well, if your way is not working, just try. Try how we think and analyze and how we deal with the markets. Lastly, everybody, for homework and questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and you can follow me on TradingView. Now, let's do a quick recap. Dancy, I was in Croatia. Dancy, how are you? I was in Croatia 2 weeks ago. Hello, Allah, how are you? I was sailing the Kornati. Extremely beautiful place. Extremely beautiful. I'm going to post on the YouTube channel a short video, Hello, Allah, how are you? So everybody, recap the original Fibonacci number 1. We use the original Fibonacci to determine trend direction. Then we compare trend direction from the larger time frame to the lower time frame. Number 3, the last thing we need to identify is in what zone are the Fibonacci's on the larger time frame and the smaller time frame. And we have the rally or the dip, retracement, extension, and rule for high probability trades. We should always enter in extensions and in the same direction. Okay, everybody? Now, before we went on vacation, we were talking about the Lambo trade, right? Does anybody remember the Lambo trade? What currency pair was the Lambo trade? Hello, Olufemi, how are you? Yes, one more time. I have a comment on the other streaming platform, everybody. Oh, Freedom, I'm completely new. Go back to Dukascopy YouTube webinar page, everybody, and start to watch. So here everybody, you have the Dukascopy webinar page, okay, and if you go to playlist, click on the playlist, everybody, and here you're going to find Forex Course 101 2022, okay, and start and learn and send me questions or emails, whatever. So talking about the Fibonacci's, see everybody in here, this is the, so not a guarantee, everybody, we don't guarantee anything, this is for educational purposes, okay, don't tell me, oh, you told me what to do, we don't give any advice, we are here to educate you, but CHF-JPY educated prediction, okay, we are predicting, no guarantees, educational wise, we are predicting this market is going to fall, technically speaking, long term, and we were shorting CHF-JPY already, we are still shorting CHF-JPY, and talking about the Fibonacci's, this is the original one, right? We have our A, we have our B, our C is up in here. Just quickly, just to remember, in a down Fibonacci sequence, the A is the first high, okay, is the absolute high, the B is the first low, and now is the absolute low as soon as possible after the A, and then the C is the highest point, not necessarily a high, is the highest point, right, inside the AB boundary before the market hits the appropriate extension. So this is the visual of CHF-JPY monthly chart, and today we have this guy in here. It's called the Contrarian Fibonacci and the rules. So number one, we use the Contrarian Fibonacci to, number one, trade retracements, which is risky, and this is the big one, everybody, 1.2, to find the C of the original Fibonacci. Okay, we're trying to explain to you that Fibonacci has an edge as a tool. Fibonacci is going to win 7 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, and today we are going to learn how to find the C. So daily time frame here, just as an example, you have the A, you have the B, the market is retracing, and then we have here the C as with the question mark. Trading rules, step by step, until the D extension of the Contrarian Fibonacci is still inside the AB boundary of the original Fibonacci, you are entering trades with a probability 50-50. If you can find a Contrarian Fibonacci with the projected D extension above or below the A of the original Fibonacci, you are entering 80 to 85% probability trades. And I know you're stressing out, everybody, so don't stress out, we're going to explain to you everything, right? Okay, so we are here, and Fibonacci's, let's talk about CHF-JPY right now. Okay, so we have a down Fibonacci, original one, and please ask questions if it's not clear or if I'm going too fast. Type in the chat, freedom, slow down, right? So we have a down Fibonacci, original one, and we have our A in here, we have our B down in here, okay? And now, most likely, 7 times 9 of 10, 8 times 9 of 10, so this is the market making lows, lower highs, and then the market is going to start to retrace. It's going to do something like this. Yes, this applies to all time frames. Somebody's asking on the other streaming platform, does this apply to all time frames? Yes. Fibonacci applies to all time frames and all currency pairs. Okay? Yes, 15-minute chart too. Just bear in mind that the smaller time frame has more noise. Meaning Fibonacci is going to win 7 times out of 10 on the 4-hour chart, 2-hour chart, daily chart. But if you go on the 15-minute time frame, maybe it's going to be 50-50. Or it's going to win 6 times out of 10 instead of 7, 8. Okay? Now, good news everybody, the Contrarian Fibonacci, and on J4X we can color code it differently, and I suggest you to color code it differently on J4X. Which part of the Contrarian Fibonacci is the C of the original? I'm going to explain this right now, Olufemi. Okay? So, what is the Contrarian Fibonacci, everybody? Okay? What is the Contrarian Fibonacci? The Contrarian Fibonacci is nothing more. So this is good news. Is nothing more than a Fibonacci that goes in the opposite direction to the original one. Okay, everybody, what is the Contrarian Fibonacci? And again, don't freak. I know somebody's typing, oh, this is too difficult. We are going to spend 3 months on the Fibonacci's, okay? Yes, when we have a class, you know, bring yourself coffee, tea, pen and paper. Take it easy, everybody, okay? Step by step. Okay, so what is the Contrarian Fibonacci? So, color coded differently. The Contrarian Fibonacci is nothing more than a Fibonacci that goes in the opposite direction to the original one. So, CHFJPY, we are trying to short the market, we're trying to sell. CHFJPY, just an example. Transparency, there you go. So the original one is down. So what is the Contrarian? The Contrarian is nothing more a Fibonacci with the same rules. Where to start, how to start, where to chart. We are going to apply in the same rules. Yes, it's a Contrarian. So if the original is going down, the Contrarian is going to go. Exactly, it's going to go up, right? And theory, right? Just very simplistic approach, right? So if this is a down sequence, everybody, and this is the Contrarian, should I start drawing the Contrarian at the first rectangle, on the second rectangle, or the third? Which one? So if this is a chart that I'm saying, should I start drawing my, and we're going to name it sub A, makes sense? There is no right or wrong. You can call it 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can call it A, B, C, D again, but me personally, I'm using the acronym sub. So I'm going to have the sub A on the Contrarian and clone, and then I'm going to have edit label. I'm going to have the sub B, okay, and somewhere in between I'm going to have the sub C with the same rules, how the Fibonacci sequence work, with the same rules how retracement and extension work, and then of course up in here somewhere I'm going to have the sub D extension. Yes, there is no right or wrong. You can call it 1, 2, 3, 4, or sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. Okay, then it says first rectangle. Yes, sir. So I'm going to take my Fibonacci retracement tool, and I'm going to draw my contrarian Fibonacci with the same rules. What is the sub A? The sub A is the first low of the uptrend, of the retracement, of the swing that I'm measuring. This is the sub A. What is the sub B? The sub B is the first high, after the sub A. What is the sub C? The sub C is the lowest point inside the sub A, sub B boundary before the market hits the appropriate sub D extension. See, everything is the same. And talking about colors, right? You can color code the scale with the colors that you want, not a problem. So sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. If the market retraces to the black, the sub D extension is going to be up in here, of course, the black color. Okay? Any questions so far, everybody? Do you understand how to draw the contrarian Fibonacci? Any questions? So somebody's telling me I don't get it. Yes, okay, everybody. So one more time, right? One more time. One more time for the grandpa and the grandma. No, not a problem, everybody. Please ask questions. This is how we learn. Okay, we are here to help you. Okay, somebody says I'm not getting the contrarian. So this is the Fibonacci, everybody. Okay, this is a down Fibonacci and this is an up Fibonacci too. Okay, we have up and down Fibonacci sequence on all currency pairs and all time frames. So this is a down Fibonacci, A, and here is the up Fibonacci, right? Somewhere up in here, A. And then we are going to have our B. And remember, the original Fibonacci is going to help us determine trend direction. Okay, so this is the easy stuff. Now where we lose money is when the market starts a retracement, is going to do something like this, and then is going to do something like this in a down Fibonacci sequence, or in a down Fibonacci sequence in here and an up Fibonacci sequence in here, all time frames, all currency pairs. And let's make a separation line, right, to be clearer. So in an up Fibonacci sequence, the market is going to do something like this, right? It's going to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So it's going to start to retrace too, and then it's going to happen something like this. Right now, come on, JForex. Okay, right now, Euro dollar daily chart is like this. AUD JPY 4-hour chart is like this. NZD JPY 4-hour chart is like this. AUD USD daily chart is like this. NZD USD daily chart is like this. GBP JPY daily chart is like this. Euro JPY daily chart is like this. Canada CHF, it's like this. Canada JPY, it's like this. Okay? Yes, I'm explaining to the student who typed that he doesn't get the contrarian. So this is the original Fibonacci on the currency pairs, and then we're going to say, okay, we learned about the counter trend line break, and we learned about the counter trend line break, and something like this is going to happen, and we are going to sell. It doesn't matter 15-minute chart, 4-hour chart, daily, or in this example here we are going to buy. Again, doesn't matter 15-minute chart, 2-hour chart, daily chart. So, but not always, but many times the market is going to do something like this, and we are going to lose. Maybe not the trade, maybe not the position, but so if I have my stop loss, everybody, up in here above the A, and if I have my stop loss below the A in an up Fibonacci, so I'm still in a trade, right? But it's going to be frustrating because the market pushed lower in here and the market pushed higher in here. Make sense? So we enter trading the direction of the original Fibonacci, but many times we enter prematurely. Oh, freedom, but the market made a lower low. Yes, it did. Oh, freedom, but the market made a higher high. Yes, it did. But the market still pushed higher in a down Fibonacci sequence, original Fibonacci, and the market still pushed lower in an up Fibonacci sequence. And here is the Contrarian Fibonacci. Here is where the Contrarian Fibonacci comes into place. Yes, the Contrarian Fibonacci is helping us. Make sense? So this is the Contrarian Fibonacci. We're going to change colors. And in an up Fibonacci sequence, this is a Contrarian Fibonacci, right? We're going to change colors and exit screen and undock, something like this. Everybody, this is the picture. Let me see if I can, not like this, a little bit more, right? A little bit more on the left. And as our picture is saying, let me find the picture of the Contrarian picture on the, whoops. So this is the Fibonacci. Let's put here on the left and the picture one more time. Original, okay. So the Contrarian Fibonacci, everybody. One more time. This is the Contrarian. Okay, hopefully, there you go. Trading rules, one more time. Okay. So somebody's typing, oh, I get it. Thank you very much. Okay, so I cannot move my mouse in here, but number one, until the de-extension of the Contrarian Fibonacci is still inside the AB boundary, capital A, capital B, of the original Fibonacci, you are entering trades with the probability 50-50, 50%. Number two, if you can find the Contrarian Fibonacci with the projected de-extension, meaning sub D, above or below the capital A of the original Fibonacci, you are entering 80 to 85 probability trades. And again, don't stress out, everybody. We're going to repeat this 2,000 times to you. Okay, so let's talk about first about the down Fibonacci sequence, which is this one, right? This is the market. I don't see the future. And text sub A and clone, edit label, sub B and clone, edit label, sub C, and one more time, sub D. Okay, so this is what we see on the daily chart or 5-hour chart, 4-hour chart, whatever. You know, we have the down Fibonacci and our Contrarian Fibonacci with our sub A, sub B, sub C, and our sub D extension is up in here. So if the market, everybody, hits the sub-D extension, and my dogs are getting crazy, so if the market hits the sub-D extension, is the market going to break the capital A? Yes or no? Freedom, can you repeat please? Yes, sir. This is the chart, and the market's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then the market is going to make a lower low, changing the trend direction, changing the short-term trend, right? Is the sub-D extension inside the AB boundary of the original one, or is the sub-D extension above the A of the AB boundary of the original one? What's the answer? One more time, you have AUD USD right now, daily chart, NZD USD, daily chart, CHF JPY, daily chart, or positioned like this. NZD CAD, daily chart, positioned like this too. You have a lot of currency pairs positioned like this right now. Don't worry everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. So if I'm shorting right now, right? Oh, this market is going to fall. What is the Contrarian Fibonacci telling you? Dancy says inside, exactly. So even though I can short the market based on the Fibonacci rules, is this a 50% trade? Or is this a 80% rate? Based on the rules of the Fibonacci sequence, I'm going to short the market. Based on the rules that I'm learning right now, I don't know where to put it to be. So I'm entering right now in here, shorting the market according to the Fibonacci theory. Is this a 50% rate probability wise, or is this an 80% rate? What's the answer? Somebody's telling me, oh, I get it. Congratulations to you. I know this is not easy stuff. 50%. So Dancy and everybody else, do you understand why this happened? You know, oh my gosh, the market is against me, and all the BS thoughts that we have as beginner or maybe intermediate traders. You know, oh, the market is against me, oh, I am a bad trader, oh, why is this happening to me? Well, here is the Contrarian Fibonacci explaining to you. You enter a 50% trade, my friend. 50, oh, but it make a lower low. Yes, it did. But who is stronger? Is the Fibonacci stronger, or are the short-term trends stronger? Hello Queen, this would be a 50% trade. We don't have the confirmed seed. Thank you very much. Excellent. Absolutely. And still, but we are still in a trade, right? Until our stop loss is in the appropriate area above or below the capital A, you know, but it's frustrating, right? You know, oh, it's so frustrating every single time that I'm entering the market goes against me, you know. And here is the same story in here, you know, up Fibonacci sequence, up ABCDs, and the market made a higher high. You know, same logic, our sub D is down in here, and you know, the market went against me one more time. Do you see everybody, or better question, can you understand the value of the Contrarian Fibonacci? if you can find a contrarian Fibonacci with the projected, I should change in here, right? Sub the extension above or below the capital A, which is this one in here, of the original Fibonacci, you are entering, wow, 80 to 85 probability trades. And again, everybody, don't mix apples with bananas. 85%, it's not 100. Okay, Fibonacci is not guaranteed. Time to time, even though you have a confirmed C, time to time you are going to have a losing trade. Make sense? Fibonacci has an edge, but still Fibonacci is going to, the original one is going to win 7 times out of 10. So I know you, right? I know some of you don't put 20% of risk. Oh, I have a confirmed C, let's risk 50% of my account because I'm going to be rich and a millionaire tomorrow. Don't do stupid things, everybody. Make sense? Oh, how do you know? I did those stupid things. Make sense? 20 years ago, I did all the stupid things, you know. My mentors were telling me the same things I'm telling to you. Oh, but I have the original Fibonacci is down and I have the confirmed C. This is going to be a sure winner, you know. And I would put back in time 20% or 50% of my account, and you know, with all the heart palpitations that I'm going to make a killing with one trade, right? Doesn't work. Doesn't work. And even though if we are all the same, even though if we are lucky with one trade, we are going to continue to do this stupid thing, another trade, and sure enough, there is going to be a trade, right, with the Fibonacci, and it's going to be a losing trade. Okay, everybody, does this make sense to you, or is this too complicated? Freedom, what are you trying to say? Don't risk too much on the confirmed C. Institutional, professional money managers, me too, we are still risking 0.5% on a confirmed C. Everybody, make sense? No institutional professional trader with a track record is going to put 5% or 10% or 20% just because, oh, this is a confirmed C. Everybody, are we clear? Don't risk too much. Oh, you know, this is a confirmed C. Number 3, when you find the C, your stop loss should go 10 to 100 pips above or below the A, depending on how your broker, how many decimals you have after the comma in the price range. So your stop loss should go 10 to 100 pips above or below the A of the original Fibonacci, and your take profit should go 1 to 100 pips below or above the D of the original Fibonacci. When you find the C, you should check the trend direction from the larger time frame and compare it to the lower time frame prior to entering the trade. Number 5, the last thing you need to do is to identify in what zone are the Fibonaccis on the larger time frame and the smaller time frame. Oh, Mattia says if we consider contrarian Fibonacci to confirm, we reduce reward. I would say on the contrary, everybody. Okay, so let's check some charts, right? Not to be just theory, right? And we are here. There you go. Monthly, weekly, daily. Where is the 4 hour? Monthly. Oh, weekly here too. Weekly maybe here. daily. Okay, let's clone, it doesn't matter. Let's clone the chart and full screen, and let's go on the 4 here. Let's go on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so we are here right now, everybody. Now this is the 4-hour chart, right? Okay, and so our original Fibonacci, this was the market back in time, right? Let's do a trading exercise. Okay, let's do trading exercise. So this was our first original Fibonacci going down. Original Fibonacci going down. So text A very slowly for the grandpa and the grandma that are learning how to trade. And no, I'm not joking, we have some, not just fathers and mothers, we have grandpas too, are learning how to trade. So A, B, C, yes, trading is a learnable skill, everybody. A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is our first sequence, A, B, C, D, right? On the 4-hour chart, let's make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. A, B, C. This is our B. And we are here right now. A, B, C. One more. And horizontal line to help us out. A little bit smaller and clone. There you go. Okay, ABC question, everybody. Do we have a Contrarian Fibonacci in here? Yes or no? Do we have a Contrarian Fibonacci in here? Can we draw a Contrarian Fibonacci in here? There is no right or wrong, everybody. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Participate in the conversations. This is how we learn. Question number 1. Do we have a Contrarian Fibonacci in here? And question number 2. If I would enter shorting the market, is this a 50% rate or is this an 80% rate? We are talking about the 4-hour chart, everybody, not the 15-minute chart. 4-hour chart. Then says no, exactly, we don't have it, right? So if I'm going to enter down in here, is this a 50% rate or is this an 85% rate based on the Fibonacci theory? We need a high, yes sir. So, but still, right? I'm shorting the market. Is this a 50% rate or is this a stop loss up in here above the A? Is this a 50% rate, everybody, or is this an 85? 50% rate. So I'm in. Let's see what is going to happen. The market went my way. Yeah, I'm going to win, and bam. So I won this one, right? I won this one. It was a 50% rate, still a winner. So I'm going to wait for the market to form a low. There you go. Now I have another. We learned this, everybody, how to readjust our Fibonacci. A goes to C, right? A goes to C. This is the A. B goes down to D. We've learned this in the previous lessons. And this is our new Fibonacci sequence. And we are monitoring the market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Now, what about now? Do we have the Contrarian Fibonacci in here? Can we chart the Contrarian one? Yes or no? Yes, up in here we didn't have a high, right? Yes, you can apply this on all time frames, everybody, but just to easily understand, right? We are on the 4-hour chart. It's slow, but this is how we trade the market for real, right? Yes, we can, exactly. So we are going to draw, this is our low, this is our first low, and this is our first high as soon as possible, right? We're going to color code this differently, contrarian, right? And we're going to name it, right? Sub A. You can also make it, edit label, you can make it smaller if you want, like 18 something, you know, sub A, and clone sub A. Up in here we're going to have the sub B, and clone down here we're going to have our sub C. Sub C, and clone, we up in here we are going to have the edit label sub D, right? Queen says yes, thank you very much. So remember, we are trading the original one in this example on the 4-hour chart. So I'm going to wait for a counter trendline break, and the market is moving, so no entry for me, right? This is the counter trend line, no entry for me, no entry for me, bam. Okay, sub A, sub B, sub C, you know, sub C, then the sub C is in here, right? This is the sub C, and sub D. Question, if I short the market in here, right? If I short the market in here, is this an 80 to 85% rate, or is this 50% rate? Then it says, oh, 80%, the C is confirmed. Yes, sir. Now, pay attention, everybody, as Matthias says, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly, everybody. If blue goes to blue, right? Blue goes to blue. If you put your stop loss above the A, right? And blue goes to blue, right? This is maybe, just maybe, not a trade worth taking, right? It's almost 1-for-1. Almost. Okay? So this is maybe not the best trade to enter, but we are learning about the Fibonacci's right now. Okay, so let's say that this is based on the Fibonacci theory. The sub D, it's above the A, meaning if the contrarian is going to win, is going to break the A. So we're going to short the market, shorting the market, and let's see. Oh, you know, it's a winner, and whoops, the market is against me. And now let's see, going down, up and down, and finally, right, it was a winner. So one more time, the market hit our D extension. We're going to wait for the market to make a low. 1, 2, there you go. And we're going to do what is called the repeat low. We're going to repeat. A goes to C, so this is our A. B goes to D, this is our B. If it's too messy, everybody, delete the previous Fibonacci's, right? And we have the new Fibonacci sequence, the original one. Original Fibonacci, A, B, and we're going to monitor the market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bam. Here we go. Question again. Question number 1. Do we have a contrarian Fibonacci? Yes or no? Question number 2. Can I enter the market short right now? Yes or no? And what is the probability? Okay, everybody? Before you enter the market, you are going to ask yourself, Number one, do I have a contrarian Fibonacci to help me? Number two, can I enter the market? Number three, what is the talking about the Fibonacci's, what is the probability of this trade? Type in the chat, everybody, what do you think? There is no right or wrong. Don't be shy. We don't bite. This is the new sequence. We won 2 times, right? First Fibonacci, we won. Second Fibonacci, we won. Now we have the third Fibonacci, and this is the signal. This is the setup. Counter trendline break with a closed body candle. Market hit past support, past resistance in here, right? We've learned about support resistance pivot points in the previous lessons. So can I enter in here, and what is the probability of this trade? Dancy says, number one, do I have a contrarian? No. Correct. Number two, can I enter? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Number three, what is the probability? 50%. Somebody's asking, everybody, it's a fair question. Freedom, how do you know that it's 50% if you don't have the contrarian? Answer, exactly because we don't have the contrarian, we cannot measure it. Make sense? This is why this is 50%. You can still enter, everybody, make sense? Can I enter? Yes, I can. Why not? Stop loss above the A, right? Stop loss above the A. And let's see if this is the risk. And let's see if green goes to green. Okay, 1 for 1, fair enough. 1 for 1, why not, right? And one more, you know, this is the high one. Bam. Now, everybody, now I'm going to delete this one, this one. Now we can draw the contrarian Fibonacci, right? This is the contrarian Fibonacci. We're going to color code it differently. Well, we knew already it was a 50% rate. And now we are going to see how this is going to play out. Sideways, down, oh my gosh, against me, you know, up and down, and now the market is sideways and is going against me, you know, and it's going against me, and sideways, and finally pushing down, and up and down, and oh my gosh, you know. Now, seeing here, everybody, when this happens, right? So this was our contrarian Fibonacci. Up in here, the market broke our sub A. We've learned this in the previous lessons. Sub B, sub C, where is our sub A? Sub D, sub A, there you go. So the market broke our sub A. This contrarian Fibonacci is not valid anymore, so we need to take it out. You know, this is how it happens. The market broke our sub A, but then when it makes a new high, like in here, we need to redraw. We need to redraw our contrarian Fibonacci. So this is the new sub A. This is the new sub B, this is the new sub C, and this is the new sub D. Remember, we are still in a trade. We entered in here. So we're going to monitor the market, right? And the same rules apply. Here, the market sub A, sub B, sub C, sub D. So the market hit the sub D extension. We need to readjust our contrarian Fibonacci. So this is the new sub B, this is the new sub A, this is the new sub D. And moving forward, one more time, happened again, right? The market broke our sub A, see in here? The market broke our sub A again, so out, this Fibonacci is not valid anymore. And I'm going to wait for the market to make another high, possibly. There you go. For the third time. This is the Contrarian Fibonacci. This is our sub A, this is our sub B, this is our sub C, and this is our sub D. And we're going to monitor the mark. Oh my gosh, please, you know, don't stop me out, and come on, and hit the sub D extension up in here, right? And bam, I believe the market stopped us out. Let's check, everybody. 142012. Did the market stop us out? Hopefully yes. 142. No, it didn't. It did not. See here the high, number of the high, 142.002. So the market, you know, but I'm still stressed, right? I'm anxious because why? I entered in here, right? I entered in here because I can, right? So from this lesson forward, somebody is going to, yes, thank you very much for the thumbs up, everybody. If you like these lessons, if you find valuable, give us a thumb up. This is how the YouTube logarithm is going to push us forward. So back to trading. I'm here and I am stressed out right now because I'm seeing red numbers on the platform and oh my gosh, you know, the market is going to stop me out. So forward from today, I'm going to say, well, next time maybe I'm going to wait. Even though there is no right or wrong, maybe next time I'm going to wait. So I'm here right now, and which one is the higher high? 141908, 14192. This is the high, right? 14200, 142027, 0027. And so this is going to be the new contrarian here, out, sub A, sub B. Somebody is typing, we got lucky. Yes, we did. We got lucky for sure. You know, the market almost stopped us out for a few tiny pips. We got lucky. And then says we have now a confirmed C. Sure. Now, beginner traders, how many of us, me too, we are all the same, are going to be confident to enter a trade like this? Right? Many times you are sending me emails, Freedom, I don't have confidence, I'm not confident, I don't trust myself. So, question, you know, is this a trade that you should take? What is the probability, you know, and would you take this trade? Because risk-reward ratio, everybody, you know, risk-reward ratio, Metia, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. Everybody, if you enter this trade, you are going to risk 1 and you are going to make, if the market goes your way, you are going to make 1, 2, red goes to red, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and something. Isn't this good risk-reward ratio, everybody? Dance is saying, well, it's an 80% probability trade. Fair enough, but how many of us get scared? Everybody? Don't tell me no. Back in time, right? You entered in here, everybody. You entered in here, and the market went in your way, but then it went against you, up and down, and then it went against you, against you, against you. And if you didn't close your trade, which we do, right? How many of us are closing trade because we cannot sustain the pressure? How many of us are thinking here, oh, I'm going to close this trade. This trade is not going to work. Oh, the market is going to stop me anyway. You know, so if we are still in a trade, or maybe we are not, how many of us would take this opportunity? I'm going to tell you, everybody, 1 out of 100 beginner student traders are going to have the emotional strength, being psychologically strong enough to take this opportunity. How do you know? Number 1, been there, done that. 2, here, up in here, I have fear. Make sense, everybody? I'm going to analyze the chart in the correct way. I'm going to see a risk-reward ratio 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a something, but I'm not going to take this opportunity because the market is almost at the stop loss. Let's make a poll, everybody. How many of you would take this opportunity? Type in the chat me, or type in the chat me not. There is no right or wrong. Freedom, what would you do? Back in time, I would not, everybody. I'm honest. I'm honest. Back in time, I was learning like you are learning. I would not take this trade. Okay? It would be, and by the way, this counter trend line is not correct. I'm breaking the candles. Right? So this would be one, this would be the next one, somewhere from here, right? Yes, everybody, if I'm honest, back in time, 20 years ago, I would see a risk reward 1 to 5. I would not take this trade. We have 2 minutes. Let's see how this is going to play out. And the market is going our way down, and bam! We lost. See, everybody? We lost on the confirmed C. Okay? It's going to happen, everybody. Makes sense? Don't. I'm going to tell you 5,000 times. Don't put too much risk just because you are seeing a confirmed C. Okay, everybody, our time is up. See you back tomorrow with the next lesson. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade for freedom. Don't trade for money, trade for freedom. You want to be free, right? This is FX.